All right, welcome to the Muscle Maturity Podcast. This is John Hansen. I'm here with my co-host Samir Bannout. This is episode number 68. Samir, how you doing? How was your weekend?
Not too bad, John. Not too bad. We just, it's really strange. The weather has been somewhat cold. And I told you, I went to Chihuahua, Mexico, and it was wonderful. Even though it was like almost 7,000 feet above sea level, it was nice and warm there.
Mm-hmm.
And in Southern California, to be cold at this time is, but good overall. How was your birthday celebration, by the way? Happy belated birthday again.
Thank you. Yep, another year. It was good. I was out in we were in Worcester, Massachusetts. That's where you competed in '85, right? At the Wabasha.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good memory.
Yeah. So I was out at Guaranteed Fitness, and we did a seminar. So it was me, Lee Haney, and Linda Murray. So all-star lineup.
Wonderful.
But it was good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we had
lineup.
a pretty good turnout, and then they had a little birthday celebration for me Saturday because my birthday was Sunday. We actually came home Sunday, but Saturday night we all went out to dinner, and they sang happy birthday for me. So that was cool.
Wonderful. You deserve the best, man. And you're looking better as you're getting older. What the hell? What's the secret, John?
I don't know.
Lifting heavyweight.
That clean, healthy living, right?
That's the way to go, man.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. So how's Lee Haney doing these days? Is he good? Is Lee's?
Yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah.
He's got his Lee Haney Games is going to be coming up again in November. So he's going to do a special contest for teenage bodybuilders. He wants to really try to get, the future of the sport. He really wants to help the young guys, So it's going to be a teenage contest. I mean, he'll have his regular Lee Haney Games with the MPC, but he's also having a separate contest, which is part of his organization, and it's going to be for teenagers, and it's going to be drug tested. So
very nice.
Bruce, the guy who owns the gym, he's got. Yeah, Bruce, the guy who owns Guaranteed Fitness, where we were at, he's got two young sons who are 15, and they're going to be going in their first contest. So me and Lee were helping them with their posing. We're trying to put together a posing routine.
I see. I wonder if that's the gym I trained at 2 days before the Worcester show. I wonder. I don't really remember the name of the gym where I trained in '85.
I think he said it's been going for.
It's not far.
Years, so.
Oh, he owns it for 30 years?
Yeah, that was 40 years ago, right? That you were there.
Yeah, 85. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's the area that Jay Cutler's from. He's from that
area. Yeah, I know that.
Right around there.
I know that.
He grew up there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
several bodybuilders came from Boston, including Jeff King. Is Jeff King from Worcester?
I thought he was from Springfield, Massachusetts, I think. And I don't know where that's at.
In the neighborhood, though.
But yeah, he's in that.
Not far from there.
Too. He was in that area.
Because I remember when he went on stage. I remember when he went up on stage, I saw like all his family were there, but like 300 people came in to cheer him on. Unfortunately, at that show, I came in really prepared, I came in really, really prepared.
Right.
Probably my best condition. Yeah, probably better than the 83 Olympia. I was heavier. Yeah, but a good memory.
Yeah.
Worcester bringing great memory. Steve Reeves was, let me tell you what, Dave Draper was there, Jean Grimmick was there, Serge Nubret was there.
Wow.
It was a great show. Yeah.
Mike Metzer was there too, right?
Lots of good memory. Mike was there. Edward Kowak was there. Terry Pastel.
Yeah.
It was a good show. Len Dreyer. Yeah. Mike Sable, the Zipper. It was a good show.
Yeah.
Being a lot.
Jeff got second, right?
Yeah.
Jeff got second to you.
Yeah, Jeff came in second. There was a lot of disagreement about the third place, whether it was Terry Pastel or Edward Kawak.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So decided they called Pastel as in third place, and everybody got pissed off because really they made a mistake. Actually, Edward Kawak was in third. You know, I mean, Edward, rest in peace. He was an awesome bodybuilder, but he was not 100% at that show. I think Edward is like, I mean, come on, he won the NABA. I don't know how many times, 3-4 times. The pro and the amateur.
Right,
so he's good, but he was off a little bit there. Yeah. Great memory.
Yeah, I remember he was going to walk off stage. He was so pissed off when they gave him fourth place.
Yeah, you saw the video, right?
Yeah.
but you weren't there,
right,
John.
Well, no, I wasn't there. I wish I would have went to that one.
That was a good one. Anyway,
40 years ago, I was
so
around.
What's up, Big John? What's new in the world of bodybuilding?
Well, we got the Arnold UK coming up this weekend. So the big news yesterday was that Hadi did make it to England. So he will be competing in the Arnold UK. So that was what everybody was waiting to see, because I guess he had some issues with his, well, not issues with his visa. They just didn't know if he was going to be able to make it or not. So it was finally, Hani Ramba just posted a picture. I think this was today or yesterday. And he said that he made it to the UK. So they made it kind of late, but he's going to be in it. So it'll be another Hadi Samson rematch again at the Arnold.
Wow, that's going to make the whole show very interesting. I tell you,
yeah,
I'm glad Hadi got his visa. You know, I mean, really, sometimes it breaks your heart when you see political situation get in the middle of athlete traveling. Yeah. This is really disgusting. Well, you know, don't mix sport with politics. I mean, come on. The guy is peaceful, loving person. He's no threat or danger to anyone. Let him go travel and compete. I don't care where you come from. Yeah. I don't care where you come from. Athletes should be allowed to travel. It's really stupid. Right. It's stupid when they don't let athletes do that. But I'm so happy for him.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Hani contributed to helping him getting it. So that's good.
And then the other big news since the last Arnold was that Samson fired Milos as his coach. So now he's going to be prepping for this contest with his wife, who he said has helped him before. I guess he said she helped him for those competitions after the Olympia last year, those contests in, where were they? Over in Europe, I think. So
yeah, I read that. I actually saw the tape, John.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what do you think of that?
I mean,
what do you think about him using it?
Maybe it may work better for him because he was on the winning side when she was helping him too. So, you know, I saw pictures. I compared Samson from 23 to 24, and he looked, in my opinion, a tad bit better, sharper in 23. I don't know if Milos was coaching him in 23. I'm sure Milos has a lot of expertise, but maybe whatever Milos doing to him is not 100% suitable for him. So sometimes the recipe don't work for everyone. I'm sure there's a analysis of his electrolyte management, all these things prior to doing whatever. But whatever he did with his wife seemed to work. So I wouldn't doubt him being at his best. We'll wait and see. He's a threat,
yeah, I know
man.
Milos.
Come on. I mean, you know me. I don't take sides, John. I think Samson, when he's like 100%, oh my God, Lord have mercy. I mean, Hadi and, you know, I was going to say, Hadi and Derek have their work cut out for them. They need to be 100% ready because Samson is right there. He's like really right on their tail. Yeah. So you never know when he hit 100%.
Milos was definitely helping him for the Olympia last year, but then they had those other contests right after the Olympia, and I thought Samson looked way better. I think that was the best he ever looked, was those 2 competitions after the Olympia last year. So if he can look
Yeah.
like that, he might be able to really give Hadi a contest,
Oh yeah. Oh, he could. I mean, if you look at his flow alone, his shoulder to waist ratio, his balance. I mean, you know me, I'm in favor of balance always. I mean, Hadi is always, Hadi's going to come in etched and ready. But sometimes if you etched and ready and you have the beautiful flow, come on. I mean, you cannot count him out from winning. So,
Yeah.
let's say Hadi get a hold of Samson and peaked him his way. So I think it'd be a different result. So anyway, who knows how his girlfriend's gonna do her things, but obviously she's from within. She know what she's doing.
You think Samson's
the
just
issue is always dehydration.
You think
Samson's of course you burn out, man. In my opinion, it's very harsh on the body to do it over and over. It's hard. And depending on how the final peaking plan works. I mean, we recall Ron Coleman, he was in a state of, he was like, he himself talked about it. He was so dehydrated, he almost felt like he's going to die. So this is not an easy thing to be full, and dry to get that paper thin skin. It's really, it wrecked the heck out of your body. And in my opinion, it's not healthy to do it over and over and over. It's not taxing your kidney, over dehydrating. And so I felt Samson was complaining about that earlier, but I'm glad he's healthy again and he's ready to go. So, I can't wait to see him and Hadi on stage again. Is Brandeo made it? Is Brandeo going to compete, John?
No,
my prediction.
He's doing the Brazil.
Oh, he's in Brazil. He's doing the Brazil.
He's going to do the Brazil Arnold, which is in next month in April.
Yeah, tremendous. Well, my prediction here between Samson and Hadi, I mean, just because it was a fresh win from the Olympia, from the Arnold Classic, I mean, I can see Hadi repeating because I know he's confident. I know he'll be etched and ready. So, it's all about mind and about feeling positive about what you're doing. You do it once, you could do it again and improve and allowing the body plenty of rest. I don't think Hadi is abusing his body in whatever he's taking, whatever he's doing. And that's why you see him training hard. He's religiously focused on his nutritional, whatever he's doing with Hadi, it's working. And I expect him to do great again. And I hope Samson will be at his best. So if he's out, I hope Samson will be at his best. If Samson comes in at his best, oh man, it's questionable, man.
Yeah,
it's not a slam dunk for either
I agree.
one.
I think Hadi's going to win again. I think he's got to be the favorite after the way he looked in that last one. I'm sure they're going to dial him in again.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
it's proven method.
Let's talk about some other guys. So there's only 7 guys entered in the show. So besides Hadi and Samson, we've got Jonathan Delarosa, we've got Mohammed Shaban, James Hollingshead, Antoine Villant, and Akim. So last at the Arnold in Columbus, Jonathan Delarosa was 4th, Hollingshead was 5th, and Akim was 6th. So just looking at those 3 guys, Jonathan Delarosa, James Hollingshead, and Akim, who do you think is going to place where this weekend?
Well, if Delarosa peaked properly, his body is pretty complete. And I can see him to be like right there for 3rd spot. Akim is muscular, freaky. I mean, sometimes it's really hard to predict from here. When they get on stage, it's a different ball game, Antonio have a great body. Antonio have a great body. Also, you never know how he's going to show up. If you get up there with onion skin, probably beat that in third place. So you look at that Antonio here. He looks ripped, but a little flat yet. But it's okay to be flat right now. There. He's not competing today. Yeah, a little flat. And I would like him to do different kind of poses where he can pose, but that style of posing, following music, it's just not always preferable from my perspective. I like the easygoing posing like Makawi and Frank Zane. Oh, he can pose. Mm-hmm. He's not flexing his rear delts though. Yeah. You see how they miss the rear delts? They don't flex it. They flex the one on top, not on the one on the bottom. But the thing about Antonio, he's got a calf, he's got a nice hamstring, and he's got that eagle type of body. I call the eagle when you flow. I call him an eagle kind of physique. I can see him jump in the third place. I can. He have to peak, though. He has to peak right.
You think Antoine could be third place?
I mean, he have the tools. What is he missing, John? Look at his body. I mean, if he's flat and looking this good, when he fills up, he's going to look a lot better. He's going to pop up more.
Yeah. I think,
like I said, John.
I think the guy who's going to be third is going to be Akim. I think the guy who's going to be third place is going to be Akim because he really looked good on Saturday night compared to Friday. And they said he could have been fourth behind Rafael Brandeo. So I think if he nails his conditioning, which it seems like he's going to, with his thickness and size, I think he's going to be third place. I think he'll beat delarosa.
Wow, look at that arm. I mean, oh my God, shoulder and arm. I mean, again, when we look at video at the gym, and then when they come to the stage, it's a different ball game. But he's massive and pretty much wasted.
I think he was the surprise of the show last in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's got the size and the thickness, and came in really good on Friday. But by Saturday, the judges had him in fourth on Saturday. But he ended up at sixth just because he didn't score high on Friday. So I think if he keeps going with his conditioning and keeps that fullness and size, which that guy's such a monster, he's not going to lose all that. I think he could. I think he could surprise a lot of people, move past James and move past.
He's pretty massive,
John delarosa.
Well, I mean, Jean, I agree with you. I mean, he have the tool. It's just that peaking, it's everything. Peaking is everything, and nowadays it really makes a difference. Earlier before we went on the air, you and I were talking about Derek and Hadi. And I love Derek's physique, I really do. But when Derek pop up too, I mean, this is another topic we'll leave for later. But no, Akim is pretty damn muscular, and hopefully he can comes in more ripped or whatever he need to do. So I can see him too also be in the winner circle, top three.
How do you think? Do you think James Hollingshead is going to have an advantage because he's in England? So this is his home state, his home country. Do you think he's going to have an advantage competing well? Because Jonathan and Akim, they have to travel, and so does Antoine. Antoine has to travel too.
Well, I mean, traveling could really make some changes on your body. But there's a way to deal with that where you could stay pretty dry. And, if you eat the right food and rest up properly, and you need to drink when you're flying, you need to increase your fluid intake and keep your skin moist, put some lotion. That's what I used to do. Put lotion on my skin and keep drinking a lot of water and, maybe cut down on the sodium, the weird sodium, and just take an Ambien and sleep the whole trip, and you wake up in England. if you eat a couple of meals, the right food. I mean, you got what? It's a 10 hours trip, 9 to 10 hours, sometime 11. So
Yeah.
you got 3 meals on the airplane. 3 meals where, if you have your potato, your chicken breast, your lean beef and your yam, and drink enough fluid, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And just get there ahead of time. I mean, get there 72 hours before. What's that, John?
Let's look at those 4 guys out of Jonathan, Akim, James Hollingshead, and Antoine. Where do you think they're going to place? Like 3rd through 7th or 6th? 3rd, 4th.
I think, from my perspective, delarosa and Antonio probably be fighting hard for the 3rd spot. Then again, you said Akim. Akim is pretty muscular, but it's hard to really just look at it, just envision them like this. I like to see them on the stage. I'm always looking into the pretty body, the more complete body from head to toe. If you want to do that, then you got to look at Antonio's physique. Antonio's physique is pretty. Delarosa is complete too. So what the advantage is being ultra full and ripped. And so I think Delarosa didn't do as good at the last show. He was harder before the show. And you were talking, he took more water or whatever, less water. I mean, the water war is always there, and you have to be, you have to understand how to load up and keep your fluid properly. He did what?
He said he did an interview, and he said on Saturday he was drinking water every hour in order to fill out and be tighter for the show on Saturday. And he said it spilled over, and that's why it's too smooth.
I did it differently, John. I loaded up enough, and I looked at myself. Let's say on Friday night, the show is on Saturday morning. If I like the way I look, and that's the way I want to look, what I'll do every time I go urinate, I will replace that fluid right back. Okay? So let's say you urinate about, it's kind of funny, but I'm going to tell you, I used to urinate in a styrofoam cup. And so say if you lose this much water, you replace that water. You pose a little bit. So I mean, losing too much water is flattening you out. So you got to keep, once you are happy with what you look like, then you can maintain that look. And you have to understand how much water you lose, how much you replace. And you have to understand what kind of food you're eating. High glycemic, or let's say, for example, insulin and water don't mix up. I mean, insulin and sugar don't mix up if you drink fluid with it. But I mean, insulin and sugar needed, but then if you add the water, it's going to actually somehow messes you up. The bottom line, I'm not into insulin. I totally disagree with the insulin, but there are ways some people dehydrate with insulin, but that's dangerous. I won't talk about it because I don't want any of the kids go doing something stupid. The bottom line, if you urinate half a cup, drink a little bit more than half a cup. Just pose, eat your proper food, and rest up. It's not a rocket science.
Yeah.
But John, when you are worked out and thinking about it all night, then you have nerve. Your nerve can make you hold water. Just do your things and relax. Don't complicate things. Yeah. That's another thing.
Well, if I had to make a prediction, I'm guessing Akim is going to move up to 3rd. Jonathan will be 4th. And then it's going to be close between James and Antoine. I guess James will probably be 5th and Antoine will be 6th. But it all depends. Like you said, it all depends on how they fill out and who comes in top shape. You know?
That's the thing. That may happen, exactly what you said. That may happen. And it may happen that Antonio going to come in dry like a desert sand, and he's got the beautiful body too, next like the delarosa. So it's really, really hard to predict. It's really hard.
Yeah. So you think the guys that have to travel overseas are going to have a tougher time, or not necessarily?
Look, I traveled many times where I really looked even better at times. So look at Hadi. When Hadi Chopin came in from Iran, I don't know what year, the year before, and he flew over here. It took some, I don't know, like almost 18 hours. He stopped in Europe somewhere and then all the way to California.
Yeah.
And he did it right. I mean, he looked really ripped at that show. So don't complicate things. Just drink the right amount of fluid, eat the right food, and relax your mind. The key is relax your mind. If you know how to meditate like a la Frank Zane, your body will hold less water. And if you stay on alert, oh, you wonder what I'm going to do the next second, that's the wrong thing to do. Just calm down. Something that I didn't do in the past. I'm always hyped up. I used to be hyped up. So,
right.
The truth must be told, yeah. What about Wesley and Brayon and Urs competing at the Classic, right?
Yeah. So we got 7 guys going in the Classic. So, Ramon's not doing it. So it looks like it's going to be between Wesley, Brayon, and Urs. So I think Wesley's, I'm sure, is going to win again. I mean, he's got to be the heavy favorite after the condition he showed in Columbus, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's beyond shredded, and you know how many times I talked about 24K quality. He have the 24K quality, and this is why. This is exactly why he beat Ramon. You see, look at how short. This is what I call popping. This is popping.
Wow.
I mean, if listen to this, if Samson have that quality in his shoulders and separation of his arm, guess what? I would bet he'll be unbeatable. I would bet.
Yeah.
Okay? So it makes a huge difference. I saw a videotape.
Why do only the classic physique guys have that kind of separation and definition?
Well, you know why, Jean. How many times we talked about it? You know why.
Insulin?
It's the cocktail that you're using. What they're using. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. These guys are not using insulin. And I bet you anything. Ramon isn't. He's not. And all these guys are more shredded and not using insulin. Yeah. I think Bumstead doesn't. Does he? He doesn't mess with insulin. You see, Bumstead have great quality, and he's winning on quality. That's what Wesley did. I mean, a couple days ago, look, right? I think his legs could be a little bit bigger. Although the photo here showing his leg to be fantastic in this photo, but if you look at him from a distance, his legs were not as good as Ramon. Okay. But he was harder than Ramon, and he won deservingly. Oh, yeah. But I kind of felt, oh, yeah. I mean, when you get that quality, dude, it's amazing. I mean, I like his body.
Yeah.
However, Ramon has the pretty line, a little bit prettier line. And so, but look at his shoulders right here. Look at his chest. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, I want Samson to look at that and he understand that I have nothing against him. I want the best for him. And once he get like that, he'll win the Sando.
What about Urs and Brayon? A lot of people thought Brayon could have beat Urs at that Arnold Classic, and I kind of feel the same way. So, do you think Brayon might pull ahead? Because a lot of people were talking about Brayon after that Arnold Classic, saying he should have did better because he was really improved. Like, he looked amazing.
I feel sorry for Brayon. I don't know what he did wrong because I think he's not getting He's getting the shit end of the stick.
Yeah.
And you know, I saw Tyler. Tyler was talking recently. I briefly looked at it, and or someone was saying a comment that Tyler said that Brayon is lacking in the leg department. His legs could be bigger.
Yeah.
But the problem is here, Brayon cannot sustain that muscle mass when he's forced to drop to that body weight. Okay.
Right.
So for Brayon to be Brayon that we really want to see, I'd like to see Brayon about 10 pounds because he can afford to be 10 pounds bigger and he'll stay wasted and his leg will look bigger. Yeah, his legs kind of suffer a little bit when he dropped. He's losing a lot of lean muscle. I saw Brayon at 200. I saw Brayon looking unbelievable. Anyway, I saw Brayon looking unbelievable at about 200 pounds. Even I was doing some photo shoot and we were posing and I'm like, wow, where are you going to lose that 12, 14 pounds more? Why? And I saw my 200, it looked really, really good. And then I didn't see 15 pounds of fat. Maybe I saw 1 or 2 pounds. But he had to lose 10, 12 pounds of muscle. I mean, what? That leg's not going to... I mean, Brayon is it's almost a mid-40, right? Or early 40.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
So usually when you're at that age... Yeah, he's in early 40 or mid-40. But anyway, when you're over 40... the first area where you start losing muscle is in the legs, I think.
I know.
Or in his case. Yeah.
Well, especially like
look at
he's got to lose those few extra pounds, and it's always going to come from the legs. You know, his legs are going to flatten out.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler have a good vision on what's happening, but I don't think Tyler figure out the main cause of his loss of muscle in his legs. I mean, you look at him, he's got a pretty body. But, okay, look, his arm was visibly better than Urs. I love Urs' body, and he comes in shape. But for Urs to become the one, you know, the champion, he's have to put an inch or inch and a half or 2 inches, in fact, on his arm. If he does that, oh my God. I mean, Urs have beautiful body. You need to put on 10 pounds of pure muscle. And I think he can do it.
And Brayon kills. I think Brayon gets everybody from the back. I mean, his back is fantastic.
I think Brayon deserves better, to be quite honest. Everybody's going to think I'm biased, but I think Brayon is not getting a fair shake in his competition.
No, I think I
kind of agree with you like and with the fan. Yeah, I mean, the legs are not as big as, you know, before he dropped down. But look, they're separated. They're etched. I mean, Wesley's legs weren't as big, and they were really cut too. So, I wasn't there again, but Brayon in the back department, the arm department, he's definitely front runner. So I feel bad for Brayon.
You think his legs would look better if he held them a little closer together instead of flaring that one out like he does?
I hate to flaring out the legs, Jean. You know, it's the wrong thing to do. And we practice posing over and over, but sometimes it's very hard to break some bad habits. You know, it's just a habit. His style of opening the legs. I mean, look at his glutes separated. He's in shape. I bet you if he load up for 2-3 days, he'll be unbelievable. Look at that. He dropped a lot of muscle, Jean. Look at that back. Oh, my God. You look at the delts, how separated. He's like Wesley in the shoulders. You know, he's cut. Really cut.
Yeah, I think his leg might look a little bigger if he just kept it in like a little closer. You know, instead of like bending that knee out, if he would have just like kind of keep him in a little closer, and he could still bend the knees a little bit and flex that upper thigh like he's doing. But I think it might make his legs look a little smaller especially when he puts the leg way out to the side, you know.
I like his body. His overall body is pretty and really he's in shape every
Great
time.
physique.
I honestly gave him the edge
physique.
over Urs. I did, even though I love Urs, you know, but come on, you could see Breon's legs is kind of, he's losing some of the roundness. The outer thighs is not as full. He had no choice. He had to drop to that weight. And so he should go up in classes. I don't know. Maybe Chris Cormier is not telling him to go up and come compete at 10, 15 more pounds, because he could easily do that. Come on, Breon, get up, go to a bigger class, and you know, I mean, he's not getting younger now. Jean, he's not getting younger.
212's gonna be.
He's getting older.
212
is going to be. He needs to go up, give it his best try. Well, I mean, you know, I know Breon, he doesn't abuse any of the gear, but he could handle 10 pounds of muscle over what are we looking at right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
it's going to be between him.
If he gained 10 pounds, he'd only be 195, and then if he was 212, he'd still be like almost 20 pounds more to go, you know. So
even if he compete at even if he compete at 202, he doesn't have to be 212. He could probably compete at 212, can he? So it doesn't necessarily need to be 212. It could be 208. It could be 206. But he's got the tool also. And his body is still very responsive. He should do it soon, not wait forever. I mean, for God's sake, he was Mr. Olympia at one time. He won the Classic Olympia about 5 years ago, didn't I?
Twice.
Mean, or maybe 7 years ago.
Yeah, he won it twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
He won it 2 times in a row.
I like Breon, man. I hope they give him a little bit of extra love. He deserves it. He works really hard.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Well, before we go, let's talk a little bit about this rivalry between Hadi and Derek. So obviously they've been competing against each other the last couple of years. So Jay Cutler on his podcast said that it looks like there's going to be a rivalry between Derek and Hadi for the next few years to come, like the next 5 years. These guys are going to be battling each other. So a lot of people are saying now that Derek is probably going to be in trouble after Hadi looked the way he did at the Arnold. So what do you think about that, Samir? Who do you think's after the way Hadi looked at that Arnold Classic being so shredded? Do you think Derek's going to have you think he might lose the title this year?
Look, the truth must be told. I'm a very good friend with Hadi. We always in contact. We talk. I love the guy. He's a wonderful person. But again, I'm friend with Derek too. And I think Derek put together by God, that combo he has is really incredible. I got to tell you, if he comes in marble hard, I'm not going to say who is going to win at that point. I know Hadi is riding high on the Arnold Classic, and he was incredible, and he was slam dunk winner. But listen, I've always felt Derek is a dangerous bodybuilder. I voted for Hadi over Derek last time, even though Derek won, and I can see why the judges went Derek. Derek has a pretty body, let's face it. I mean, he was slightly off. That wasn't the Derek that I expected. But when Derek come in, hard like a rock, I'm not giving any decision on that, bro. It's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I don't know. One of them is going to win.
Yeah.
I love Derek's body. And Hadi is a badass. I mean, Hadi is a badass competitor. He's rock hard. His personality, his powerful demeanor is like, it's going to be a major rivalry. And I'm undecided 100% on who will come in shredded, but it could go either way again. It could be either way.
Well, we know Hadi's going to come in shredded, right? I mean, he came in really shredded.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got to do his repeat position. So
let me ask you this question. Okay, so don't put me on the spot because I like both of them, and I wish both of them the best. They're both worthy of a Mr. Olympia winner. The question to you, Jean: Hadi, okay, and Derek in the same 24K quality. How would you go? Be truthful now.
Well, the question is, can Derek get in 24K quality? Because I don't think he's ever achieved that kind of hardness that Hadi has. So right now, if I was going to make a prediction in March on what's going to happen, I would say Hadi's probably going to beat Derek this year.
Wow. Okay. I mean, look, I told you what happened last year, and I voted for Hadi. Some people got mad at me, and I was acting, oh, you know, Hadi should have won, but I was playing, you know, I mean, Derek is unbelievable. If he gets hard, like, now don't forget that they have the same coach, and Hadi's working hard, and I know Derek is hungry, and Derek is going to defend his title. And I would like to see Derek improve his posing still. He needs to improve his posing.
Yeah.
But look at that shoulders, the roundness of his chest. Man, Derek is a deadly dangerous guy. Don't ever discount him from winning. Look, hey, nobody thought Samir would be shredded in 83. I came in shredded.
Right.
I got Lee Haney beaten. I got Frank Zane. I got a lot of big guys beaten. And some of those guys were shredded. Berto Fox. But when I came in, 24K rip, it was a slam dunk. So Derek can. I think Derek had some issue last contest during his prep. We don't know exactly about, but something did backfire where he was not as hard. And let's be honest, he get this hard, I'm not voting. I'm not going to give my opinion. But if he's going to come in like last year and Hadi's going to come in etched, Hadi would win, of course. So.
Well, we know Derek from the back is just perfect. His rear double bicep is perfect. But the question is, can he show that hardness from the front? We've never seen that kind of hardness. Like the hardness that Hadi displayed at the Arnold a couple weeks ago. We've never seen Derek show that kind of hardness yet.
That's true. That's true.
He didn't show it. He didn't show it last year when he won, and he didn't show it the year before when he got second. Not that kind of hardness.
So I'm giving this message to Derek. For Derek to win, he has to sacrifice a little bit of more weight, a little bit of more size, because he's huge. He is huge. Size was never an issue, but if he come in etched to the bone and peak right on the money, all bet is off for me. You know, I mean, Derek is I think that's a great bodybuilder, man.
That's the pressure. That's the pressure he's going to be under after seeing Hadi. He knows he's got to come in with that really rock hard conditioning in the front. He's from the back. He's awesome. Yeah. You can't beat him from the back. But I mean, he didn't really even have an ab shot last year. Remember when he won the Olympia last year? He really didn't even have an ab shot. He hit a vacuum.
Remember Hadi's. Yeah, you remember Hadi's back improved a lot for the Arnold Classic. His back got harder.
Yeah,
and so I mean, he's got an incredible back. Derek has look at the way he set his legs. I don't like the way he placed his legs, and this is what really actually throwing off some of his harmony. He's a very complete bodybuilder. Look at that's wrong with the legs. I would put one leg up front and one in the back, and then I do it, make it rhyme.
Yeah.
You got to make it rhyme a little bit. Look at how beautiful shoulder to chest, the arms hanging. He's got a lot of beef, but you know what? I'm not impressed with his quality right here. He needs to be harder.
Yeah.
You see the chest?
Yeah,
his chest is a bit hard.
His shape, his proportion, and his size is amazing, but he needs more than that. He needs that hardness. And I mean, if this was the Olympia last year, I mean, Hadi would have beat this just from how he looked at the Arnold.
Yeah, he needs to be super shredded. But you can see it's all there.
I mean, watch when he
I don't know.
Watch when he hits his
I
most
don't know.
muscular shots. When he hits his most muscular shots, he just doesn't have the hardness.
Yeah, you're
Throughout the
right.
torso,
I mean,
you know,
Hadi was
the
winning
chest
in
and
these
abs.
shot. When Hadi hit the shot, his chest and abs are so striated and hard. And I think Derek needs to work on it. I don't like the placement of his legs right there. His legs, the way he is posing, could improve on that.
Right.
And I think I'm gonna tell Hani maybe I will be there joining him on helping him with posing, because I mean, you know, Derek is, man. The rivalry, I agree with Jay Cutler. There's gonna be a major rivalry between the two, and it's gonna be hard to choose if they're both ready. Look at how hard. You notice how hard is Hadi? Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's popping. He's popping.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, look at the glutes, the serratus, you know. His intercostals stick out by. Look at the chest. Yeah. And this is why Samson is not beating him. Look at hamstring.
Right.
Look at his back is a lot better than last year, John.
Yeah, it is. Nice
last spread. I want to see the delts. I still want to see his delts more striated. I want to see a delts like Wesley.
That's a much improved back.
Some more striation
from the Olympia.
Oh yeah. Yeah, looks great. But you notice that Hadi is a hard worker. He doesn't much to run. He trained with vengeance, and he's just so positive. I'm pretty sure Derek is going to do a hell of a great job this year too. So I can't wait to see that show.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, Samson has to work hard to get that kind of looks. If he wants to be fighting for the first place, he needs to get etched like that.
And then don't forget, we got Nick Walker coming back too. So.
Oh, I saw this photo of Nick Walker today standing relaxed. His like shoulders were like huge and waist looked small. I'm like, wow! I gave him a 2 thumb up. Nick is doing the right. This is the photo. Look at shoulder to waist ratio. The rib cage flow, the arm, he's looking really pretty. I'm surprised. That's not the same Derek I know, like from 4 years ago. Derek has come a long way. And I think he's thinking art. He's thinking balance. And I'm glad whoever got him into this kind of thinking is going to pay off for him. He's going to be, honestly, he'll be a front runner too. For sure.
Yeah.
You can't
we'll
just
see what he looks
I
like.
I want to see sliced legs. I want to see shoulders shredded. He get that? He's always in the winner's circle.
Yeah, we'll see what he looks like at the New York Pro.
You need to keep it up.
Then they're really going to be talking.
When is the New York Pro?
I think it's like 2 more months. I think
Another
it's in May.
month?
2 months, I think. 2 months.
Look at see his waist, how much tighter?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like ready now.
I mean,
almost.
Nick is he's doing the right thing right now. He's doing the right thing. Yeah.
What's the date on that?
May 18.
Oh, May. Okay.
May 18. So I'll probably go to watch it.
Yeah, he's got 2 months exactly. He's way ahead of the game.
Yeah, he'll be ready.
All right, well,
the thing was, he's eager, Derek is, Nick is eager to come back to the stage. Anyway, John.
Nick is angry.
We're good?
So he's Yeah, let's
want to
check out the Arnold Classic UK this weekend. If anybody wants to watch it, it's on it's a free live streaming, so you can go on and just register, and anybody can watch it for free. So I'm going to go check it out this weekend and see what happens, and then we can talk about it next week.
I'm going to check it out too. So Anyway, Jean.
Yeah.
Very
right,
good.
cool.
Good seeing you again, my brother.
All right, Samir. Have a good weekend and stay warm out there in sunny California.
It's sunny right now, but windy. It's windy, but yeah. I have my swimming pool outside. I would love to dive in that pool. It's like probably cold, frozen water. Anyway, have a great afternoon in Florida, and we'll be in touch as usual.
Okay.
And
all right, Samir.
Keep it old school, guys.
Keep it old school. All right.